So these are simple things, right, Adrian? It's not rocket science.
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully, with the new Minister of Education, all these changes could slowly come into the system and really have a larger impact on the younger kids. Of course, not to abstain parents from the responsibility, we should still do it, but having alignment from the school would definitely be helpful as well.
I just want to touch on, you triggered something in my mind when you said parents. Again, from personal experience, I can tell you, and I don't have data to prove it yet, but I have a strong suspicion that half, I'm again saying carefully, half the marital discord, half the divorces that happen, half the breakups that happen might be able to be prevented if people could get around their mental or cognitive distortions.
I completely agree. And in fact, I think there are data out there. I think MSF actually did a survey during phase two during phase two, they did a survey, which of course covered phase one. They actually experienced, if I don't remember wrongly, 26 or 35% jump in calls to their hotline of all these familial issues, which of course, when people are outside working and then they come home late, they don't have time to interact, of course the chances of having an accident or a situation would be reduced. But when you have to work together, seeing each other 24/7, friction would bound to arise. But then, like you said, without strong mental resilience or knowing how to react and handle all this situation well enough, explosions are bound to happen.
You know something, and if you talk to any of these counselors, if you ask them what was the root cause for some of these things that exploded and became so wide that the gap cannot be filled anymore, you laugh at it. Really? This started because you didn't press the toothpaste the way it was meant to be pressed? Is that what started this? That's how it is. It is ridiculous how these things become, and it's all because of cognitive distortion. Because, for example, if you take the toothpaste example, right? If the spouse, if the wife, is a stickler for perfection, and she has to press it somewhere, and the husband come and just squeeze it right in the middle, things like that, for example, right? It can tick her off, right? And she say, hey, you know what, bro, can you press from the end? And guess what? The man being the man, he's not going to he's going to hold the paste and press it right in the middle again, right? So she's going to get ticked off. Now, what's the cognitive distortion here? The distortion is you're a perfectionist. So if the lady starts, taking a step back and saying, you know what, how does it really matter? It's just me looking at a toothpaste that doesn't look clean and neat. Okay, fine. One solution is let him keep a toothpaste for himself. I'll spend $1 more and keep my own toothpaste. End of story. Doesn't have to become a battle, right?
For people who may not know, there are actually toothpaste that come in a standing tube. You don't squeeze them, you just press a button. Maybe for people who are suffering from such issues and refuse to have separate toothpaste, get those toothpaste instead, get those standing kind. That will solve all your problems.
Yeah, it's truly. It's always like that. It's always small things that create a big issue. And I've been through it. I think every family can, every couple can breathe through it. There are small things, your choice of what the child should wear for an evening out. You have an opinion, your wife has an opinion. And if people are not willing to, let go because of, again, some, strongly held cognitive, distorted belief, it's going to result in a whole evening going down the tube.
Agree.
So it's all preventable.
Yeah.